Good evening, and here's our top story. Two Northwest Airlines pilots missed their destination by some 150 miles after allegedly falling asleep in the cockpit.
In their defense, the in-flight movie was The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
We got a live show happening. How are we looking on camera? Awesome. Matt Harris, Melissa Oki, entertainment news, science, other stuff, and news from around the world. Tell us what this is, me.
It's top story.
5, 4, 3, 2.
On Saturday, President Obama signed a proclamation declaring swine flu a national emergency. The government then used their emergency powers to quarantine Rush Limbaugh.
Joe Biden arrived in Poland on Tuesday to help improve U.S. relations with the country. Commented a Polish official.
The trip started out very badly. A light bulb burnt out in Biden's room, and he asked how many of us it would take to change.
Two South Carolina Republican Party chairmen apologized on Wednesday for an op-ed piece that characterized Jews as being good with money. Explained one of the men.
Well, we decided we'd go ahead and apologize after we realized that Jews are also really good at suing. What you gonna do there, Jews?
A new study suggests that emergency rooms would be more efficient if they were run by applying Toyota's management philosophy. This contrasts to the current U.S. healthcare system, which is run by applying GM's management philosophy.
The annual Orionid Meteor shower was visible to most of the world early on Wednesday morning, commented a Frenchman.
Merde. We are sorry that we French missed this meteor shower. But in France, we do not know of this thing you call shower. Zut alors!
Microsoft on Thursday launched Windows 7. Unfortunately, most consumers couldn't.
Conagra Foods, the makers of Hebrew National hot dogs, announced this week that they will cut the sodium content of their foods to 20%. To compensate, the company will add 20% more anuses.
Here now with the entertainment news is Hollywood correspondent Pat O'Brien.
Hi everybody, hey! How's it going? I'm Pat O'Brien, and I'm not on a show anymore. Here we go. First up in the news, a psychiatrist who treated Anna Nicole Smith for drug dependency testified last week that she fit the legal description of an addict, except for the part of being alive. That is a true story. I'm Pat O'Brien. Kelly Osbourne injured her ankle while appearing on ABC's Dances with the Stars. Doctors believe the injury could have been worse if she hadn't been protected by her cankles. Hey, that's a great one, cankles. Osbourne's I'm Pat O'Brien. Due to a personal matter, Def Leppard has canceled the final leg of their recent tour. Said Def Leppard drummer Rick Allen.
Right, I guess this means rock and roll costs us an arm and a leg.
That guy didn't have a freaking arm. I'm Pat O'Brien. Hey, here's something from Madonna. She reinvents herself. Let's find out what it is. Madonna said this week she hates working. What? Yeah, who doesn't? And Madonna said she also hates walking into a shop, hearing them play one of her old songs. Everyone else said she hates walking into a shop and hearing one of her new songs. That's okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done all the coke before I came out. I'm Pat O'Brien. And finally, Josh Wheaton, the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, has agreed to direct an episode of Fox TV show Glee. Or as gay nerds put it, the greatest thing in the history of the world. I'm Pat O'Brien. You're now watching The Insider.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, great.
You'll bounce back. A couple in England became the first in the country to get married in a strip club. Commented the bride.
Woo! And the best part about it was I got to walk down the aisle to pour some sugar on me. Yeah. Def Leppard rules! Woo!
Your new wife is lovely.
A Massachusetts man was arrested after kidnapping a car salesman during a test drive and taking the car over 1,000 miles. Added the salesman,
The worst part was, they didn't even buy the car. Last time I'm letting myself get kidnapped.
A new study shows that exercising while listening to music makes people work out more efficiently. The study also shows that exercising while listening to Lady Gaga makes people work out more transsexually.
a Colorado newspaper is looking to hire a critic to write reviews of the state's marijuana medical clinics. I should have done all that coke before the show.
Pat O'Brien is a bad influence on you, Matt.
Indeed he is. The critic will identify particularly good marijuana by never getting around to writing its review.
Also in Colorado, a healthy 2-year-old was denied health insurance because she had a low birth weight. This marks the first instance of a health insurance company denying someone coverage based on a pre-existence condition.
According to a medical journal report, a sperm donor passed on a potentially deadly genetic heart condition to 9 of his 24 children. The sperm donor also passed on the genetic heart condition onto 4 pages of a Jugs magazine.
Threatened with boycotts from immigrants' rights groups, Target... It is clearly offensive. That is why Target pulled the Halloween costume from its shelves, the illegal alien.
Here to explain is Target CEO Greg Steinhofer.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Melissa. Yes, there were immigrant groups that found this wonderful costume to be offensive, and to avoid ruffling feathers, we pulled it.
But fortunately, it's just one costume, and I'm sure that Target has many, many more to choose from.
Well, that is true, Melissa. This year we've had to pull a surprisingly large number of offensive costumes, like this one.
Wait, the skeleton? What's offensive about that?
Well, the Karen Carpenter Family Foundation found this to be a bit offensive, as they thought it might inspire young Americans to strive to be anorexic or bulimic. So we pulled it.
Well, that seems a little extreme, but you still have a lot more costumes.
Yeah, well, like costumes based on this past summer's movies. I mean, those should be it.
Those are always fun.
Ordinarily, they always are, but this summer we ran into a problem that some of the movies caused us to have to pull this costume.
What group would be offended by the Caveman costume?
Well, it was a small coalition of viewers who regrettably saw both Land of the Lost and Year One. And this costume reminded them of that painful experience, so we pulled it.
That is a shame, but the Caveman is so popular.
It is, and so is this one. It's called Country Lovin', and it's my personal favorite, but we had to pull it.
Animal advocacy groups, I assume?
No, actually the whole state of West Virginia. And finally, we were going to bring out this pig costume, but it was so offensive and it's so disgusting that, I don't even want to show you it.
Well, I mean, you've shown us everything else, so...
All right, you asked for it.
Oh!
Jesus Christ.
Oh!
I warned you.
Greg Steinhofer from Target, everybody. And finally, legendary comedian Soupy Sales has died at the age of 83.
Soupy was greeted in heaven with a pie in the face from St. Peter. For Top Story Weekly, I'm Matthew Harris.
And I'm Melissa Oakey. Good night.